Welcome in, Virgos. We're going to do your October forecast reading. If you're new here, all the info you need to know is listed down below. Now, I do have to say, a lot of different signs got in the hand. The universe is your partner. Almost everybody got the divine matrix. Something is going on with this last supermoon activated something. And then transmuting pain. Only one other sign got that, and I believe it was Pisces, but don't quote me on that. Now, I do have to say, if you're dealing with a Capricorn or an Aquarius, definitely check out those videos. They were incredible. And it was also interesting that your reading begins and ends on the 31st. So I do think October is going to be significant. The number sign or syncs to be aware of: 3131, 1111, 22, 424, 858, and 2222. Dates that might be significant: 831, 1128, and 428. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So your overall energy, you're the only sign that got 4 cards on this. Dragon's Sword, protecting the future. A couple of signs got that. Fortune's Wheel, luck and right timing. Skywriting the fates, and closing door completion. So some big time fated changes here, and your path is definitely protected, Virgo. So that's an excellent overview. All right, and we will be clarifying all these, but I'm going to do just an overview first. It looks like on the 8th, the universe is either going to try to get you to manifest something, or some of your manifestations are going to come to fruition. On the 11th, teachability, hollow bone. So I think there's going to be some reflection on some lessons learned. November 28th, I believe, is another full moon date. It could be the 27th. It's somewhere between the 27th and 29th. So I do feel like your energy is really closely related to the moon cycles, more so than even some of the water signs I've done readings for lately. So just kind of pay attention to your emotions, thoughts, dreams during the moon stage. There's going to be some lessons that maybe you haven't seen or learned that are going to come to fruition around the 11th. The good thing about that is I think it really causes this rebirth or new birth on the 14th with the galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. Because see how the sky is like just stuck waiting to be reborn or pop through that matrix? It's going to kind of connect all the dots for you. Now, part of that, of course, is vanishing mirror, ego sublimation on the 22nd. So, and I don't know why, but 2258 seems significant. I don't know if that's a phone number or what there, but, and so on the 22nd, you might have some things, some thoughts, some perceptions that really were in stone for you that might be shattered or illuminated, okay? But on the 31st, look at all this healing. Whatever you've been going through, struggling to release, let go of, finally going to come to a close on Halloween. So that's awesome. It's kind of like manifestation, learn your lessons, popping through the matrix, your ego balancing out completely, transmuting that pain. So let's go ahead and get started. What can you tell us about the 8th for the sign of Virgo, please? What? Wow, only one card. 9 of Pentacles. So that is having it all, really. I mean, it's not having it all outside of love. So this is your card. It's very stable, grounded, independent. So if you've been looking for a way to kind of manifest your independence, or if you've been struggling financially, the universe is going to throw you a bone. And that owl is really standing out to me. So there might be a deep knowing, or birds might be showing you signs. Knight of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So perhaps some of this was some clarity that needed to be learned regarding loving yourself, or putting your desires first, or looking at things in a different way. But I look at it as like integrating that love with the independence of the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. We've got the Duck. It is what it appears to be. The Lock, trapped, feeling stuck in a situation. Spirituality and your spirit guides, and the karmic partner. So I feel like that's closing out all of the karma of the past and releasing all of that. Some of you might have even cut your cords with Archangel Michael. I'm getting that with the angel. But they see and note that you feel trapped, and they're going to help you get out of that. Let's get one more card. to wrap up the 8, please. Sorry, guys. Got the phone ringing over here. Door to romance. Oh, my gosh, guys. So you've now gotten 11, 22, and 33. I think you're the only one to get that so far. I've got to write that down, too, here. Okay. So the door to romance. So if you felt stuck, stagnant, not necessarily in love, but just not liking where you are in life or not enjoying your job, your home, that heart chakra is going to be activated again. So that's awesome, Virgo. Let's go over here to hollow bone teachability. So some lessons were learned. If you're anything like me, probably the hard way. All right. We've got the Page of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. I'm getting several things here. Finding yourself again, really touching back into your childhood innocence, that spark. But I feel it's mostly learning from the past. Learning from the past and why a certain situation or relationship from the past didn't work out. And why it didn't continue forward as the Ace of Pentacles there. And maybe it was even like a blessing in disguise that didn't work out, or it was just percolating because it needed to be rebirthed. Either way, you know, this girl, Page of Wands, throwing her wand up in the air, like really finding that spark and that passion again after a time of stagnation. And so maybe that's what that person taught you as well. Maybe they came into your life to spark that back up, and you're seeing that lesson. Yeah, because before, someone was either telling you what you wanted to hear, or there was glossing over of the imperfections of, you know, a certain situation or relationship. At odds, sunken hopes, and footsteps, walking away, moving on. So yeah, I've learned my lessons. I'm now seeing it for what it is instead of glossing over it. With the at odds and sunken hopes, I think that was how you were feeling when it didn't come back around or didn't go the way that you expected. And maybe you thought, well, then will I ever have that again? And it's just really like this last curing connections. Oh my goodness, guys, this has come out so much today. In that same spot. Came out for Scorpio, I think, in that same position. The World, number 29. Look at that, 28th and 29th. And remember what I said about the moons? The supermoon was on September 29th. And this guy is actually looking up at the sky, but the moon's not there. It's a world. And this is the World card, so closing out that cycle. So this moon really did activate something. And I feel like it was a release and a healing and realizations about some relationships in your life that you felt a lot of love for. All right, let's go on to the Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix on the 14th. 10 of Pentacles. That's having it all. That's your foundation. 4 of Wands. So see, that's all that was needed. King of Cups and the 9 of Cups. Was this lesson to be learned for this person or situation to be released? Because what I think it did, see how this person is deep in meditation, they have their fingers in the water here. That candle just burned out. And so they're really coming to touch about what does 4 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles mean to them, and the 9 of Cups, their wish fulfillment. It's pushing this through. And if it's not the same person, it's your person that it's supposed to be. Could even be within, because we all have masculine and feminine within us, but I don't know. I feel like it's energetically tied to another person for most of you. Yep. Everything happens for a reason, divine intervention. Lemons, which is bitterness, soured feelings, and miscommunication, universal interference. So that lesson was learned. That lemon was made into lemonade, and now somebody is spitting through the divine matrix. Good job, Virgo. I feel like it was a long time coming. I think that was Pisces that had a similar message to that. Blossoming abundance, number 3. So many 3s here. And attachment, releasing that attachment to this person, kick this into gear. And 53 seems significant. I don't know if it was like a 53-day cycle or something with the moon there. I don't know. So ego sublimation. What was sublimated here? The Empress. The 8 of Wands. the Knight of Pentacles, and the Wheel. Ooh, wow, guys. Yeah, this ties right back into that release. So I don't know if, because there's 8 days here, that seems significant between the 14th and the 22nd, where this other energy pops through this matrix. But for some reason, on the 22nd, it's going to come back to a head or in your forefront. Some realizations here about why something took so long. The Wheel, you know, you want that wheel to turn in your favor. You want movement, 8 of Wands, and then the Empress. The Empress is the divine feminine energy within. And so I feel like the lack of things closing out and coming in as fast as you wanted kind of did do a number on your ego, because I think you worked really hard towards something and you had that deep knowing, your intuition screaming at you that this was going to come back around. And when it didn't, it kind of shattered that within. And then another 9 days here to transmute the pain. So the last part of the month, right whenever this masculine energy is waking up, you know, the feminine energy is moving forward. I didn't like how any of these came out. The Torch, eternal flame, burning desire, and the Map, finding the way, major life changes, fate and destiny. There's the divine feminine again. So she had to be broken to learn these lessons, to spit him out and to let go of attachment. And the ego sublimation here is porcelain doll, overly cautious, fear of being broken, guarded, or fragile. The Colleague also came out. I feel like that's working on her spirituality, working on herself. Because that mirror shattering, I think, made her a little cautious of this and maybe guarded towards love a little bit. And she might be guarded if he comes back in on that date with communication, because we do have the 8 of Wands here. The Temple Path. This is a fated part of her journey. And look at this, guys. Door to Spirit. They are intervening. It was to wake her up and put her on her path. And all of this is coming like clicking in her brain. So proud of you, Virgo. What about transmuting pain? And then we'll get some advice. Well, guys, if this resonated, please drop me a line down below. I would love to hear from you. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Now, the 3 of Pentacles flipped over. I didn't see that, so I don't know when it came out. Let me see here. We've got the King of Wands, Queen of Cups, 2 of Cups, and the 6 of Swords. So it could be a water and fire sign. Doesn't have to be. That's just the energy here. But I feel like this pain is transmuted, healed from, and now we're moving forward in this partnership together with the 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, 2 of Cups. Lots of love and a lot of passion here, but had to go through quite a bit to get there. Let's get one of these, and then I'll get some Lenormand to go with it. Archangel, 2nd chakra, Archangel Ariel, number 36, which is a 9, with broken heart as a 9. So many signs got this as their last card. It is healing this broken heart once and for all. That is freaking phenomenal, Virgo. Good job. Because I know this path is hard. This journey's hard. Like, a lot of people just don't understand it. So somebody had not been honest. They were not speaking their truth. But their guides are telling them to come forward and at least say this to you. And that might be enough just to heal it and then move along your way, you know. Only you know if you want this person back. So there's been some procrastination, probably on the other person's part. Spiritual lessons, see? And maybe we were slow to learn those lessons, you know, out of stubbornness or just because we couldn't see all the pieces. We were overanalyzing it. I know I do that to death. But look at this, love and romance. So big lessons in love and romance. Your ancestors are helping behind the scenes. Don't let pride get in your way. Remove blockages and take action. So if that ego sublimation means pride, somebody's going to take action there. If you feel pinged and you think that that's supposed to be you, go ahead and go for the win, because you got transmuting pain here. So regardless, you're still going to take a step forward in the right direction. childhood or family issues. So there could be families involved, this karmic partner, or just healing from childhood and family issues. Well, thank you, Virgo. I'm always rooting for you. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Yep, I'll be back soon. Take care.